gone through a lot of phases. I think mid-2010s indie was the biggest one, and then it went quite punk for a while. I had a mohawk and I was always wearing fishnets and these huge new rocks. But then I remember there was a short period where I thought I had to, start dressing like an adult. It was when I got my first full-time job, and I think I was struggling a bit with sticking out. I was thinking maybe it came across as childish, the way I was dressing. So I tried it, and it was rubbish. I hated it. The reason I actually found my dress style is I became disabled and I had to leave that job, and it made me reevaluate my identity entirely of who am I outside of employment, outside of education, outside of being in a social environment, because I was really isolated. So yeah, what happened was I basically went quite goth. I dressed exactly how younger me would have hoped I'd be dressing by this age. I wanted to make her happy, and it did. It felt good. And then I think a few years, it's been 5 years of figuring it out, and now there's kind of more of a middle ground, and I feel like my wardrobe now kind of looks like it belongs to an immortal librarian. I think that's the best way. And yeah, funnily enough, I've started volunteering as a librarian because I was like, I've got the clothes, so I might as well.
Okay, actually, I don't know a name, but I remember when I was 16, 17, I started getting into like a kind of like this DIY kind of scene, in which you could call it, on YouTube and like TikTok and stuff. So there was a couple people who kind of inspired me to kind of, because I think my clothes, I like to customize them. So then I feel like, I guess the point of customization to me is that there wouldn't be a person that I'm trying to be like. It'll be like, okay, yeah, I see this thing, like, I'm inspired, I guess, a lot about like the 70s kind of disco scene as well. So recently I've been making a lot of flares and stuff like that. It wouldn't be flares in which you see elsewhere, because obviously I'm not a factory. I make things how I make things, so then it's unique to me, but then it is also inspired by other things that are going on. I think social media can't be seen in isolation. I feel like you have to see it with what's going on in clothing in general, where these companies like, I guess, what's it called? I don't know about them companies there. I don't know. All I know is eBay, but like Shein and like these kind of like fast fashion companies, like in tandem, with social media, have kind of like inspired this generation, like Gen Z, to chop and change as quickly as they do chop and change, because it is cheap to then dress a different type of way. But then also I feel like it kind of drains the authenticity of the cultures in which people are partaking in. Yeah.
Big 90s era right now, and current gen, like 2025, 2026. I've been getting into more artists, but it's been mainly 90s for quite a while. I just love the music. I love the way we used to dress back then, and I love the way people still carry on that to this day. My earliest memory is probably when I was a kid, the first time being allowed to go outside, and just wondering, like looking at the older kids and older people wearing crazy long trousers with like thick black boots and like cropped tees, and just really like something I've never seen before. Looking back now, I love when people stand out and are comfortable in the way they dress. I'm an advocate for that. You should always like dress the way you want to dress, be the way you want to be.